Welcome to Humanities, Shasta College, Summer School. My name is Rex Haas Thompson, and I'm going to be your humble instructor for the next 6 weeks. And all are welcome. We're going to be meeting several times a week. I'll be posting these YouTube videos on this channel. You'll see it on my announcements in Canvas. So please look at Canvas almost daily. I'll be making announcements there and assigning the assignments. Tomorrow's the first day. That will be June 8th, 2020. Pandemic times. The humanities is something we all need, especially right now. We need our humanity. You question yourself, what is humanities? Well, it's a broad question, and there's a lot of answers. And we're going to hopefully answer some of that in the next 6 weeks. But this course here is designed to give you kind of an overall survey, a journey through humanities from the Renaissance to present. You don't need to know history for this stuff, but you're going to know some of it eventually. Renaissance was a period of our history several hundred years ago where we came out of the Middle Ages and we became enlightened. Religion changed, literature changed, art changed, and it was called the Great Renaissance, and it swept Europe, not so much America because America is not that old. But we'll be covering all that stuff. And early on, we'll be getting into writers, playwrights. We're going to cover Shakespeare. We're going to cover modern playwrights. People are still doing plays, and now we're doing plays on Zoom. So we are going to be covering what it's like in these pandemic times to discover new writers, and how do you discover a new writer, a playwright, when you can't go to plays? Well, people are getting creative. They're putting things up on Zoom. I will be also doing some Zoom conferencing with you guys later, and not yet. And we'll try to meet maybe once a week on a Zoom collective. I'm not an early riser, so it's never going to be in the morning. It'll be like 1 in the afternoon, 12 noon, somewhere around there. And I'll say, come on in and join us. And that way I'll be able to look at who you are if you want to be seen. If you don't hit your video button. If you do, hit it. Talk about that later. Maybe you've done Zoom already. Maybe you haven't. We're going to be doing some of that too. Everything's changed now that we're all virtual. I've been teaching online since about 2005. It's not a new thing to me. Not at Shasta College though. I teach at another university called National University, and it's almost exclusively online. But at Shasta College, I've been out there about 4.5 years now teaching these humanity classes. Just to give you a rundown on who I am. I studied film and filmmaking all my life. Went to college to study film. I'm a filmmaker. I've made 6 or 7 films, written and directed. I'm still working on stuff. That is my passion. I teach film studies. I also teach contemporary television. If you need more humanities in the fall, I don't know if the television one's going to be offered in the fall. That's usually a spring class. But the film class, the film humanities, is offered in the fall along with this course. And if you love movies, or if you think you love movies, come on aboard and take the class in the fall, because we start with the history of film from about 1900 to present. And we watch movies and write essays and chat about them. That's essentially what we're going to do in here. I'm going to assign you some readings in the book. Please look at the syllabus. The bookstore is open. You can order it. They'll mail it to you. Get a virtual book, get it online. It shouldn't be too expensive. I got this book because I see a lot of copies out there are under $20. It's a big book, but it shouldn't be too expensive. So please do get the book. I won't sign a reading this week, but I start signing readings at the end of the week. This is a crash course because it is summer school, and summer school means it's 6 or 7 weeks, I think. We meet more often than regular during the semester, and so we've got to cram a lot in these 6 or 7 weeks. I can't take roll, I can't do attendance, but we're going to do some stuff to get creative that you have to participate. Yes, you're all at your houses participating, hopefully, and I'll be having discussions each week. I'll start one this week. When I see you discussing in the discussion groups, that will count as your participation and attendance. I'm not going to go through the whole syllabus right now. I'll do that in the next day or so. You look at the syllabus. I had to change a lot of things because a lot of the syllabus was based on in classroom, like we're in the classroom, but when that's not happening. So there might be some mistakes in that syllabus. Forgive me, but everything is going to be online now. Everything is virtual. And so you're going to be watching me in these lectures. And well, like I said, we'll do a couple Zoom meetings throughout the next couple weeks, hopefully together at one time. But I will tape some Zoom meetings and you'll be able to watch them at your leisure if you can't make the meeting. Maybe you've got a job and you can't show up, although I know a lot of you got laid off. But things are starting to open up again a bit. And hopefully we might be through the worst of this. We don't know. It's a work in progress. But education still is important, and it still is vital to who we are as a culture and a people. And humanities is vital. And I'm going to always stress how vital humanity is because we need the understanding of man's nature and his truth. And how do we do that? Well, we study the past, we study playwrights and filmmakers and musicians and architects and artists, painters, from Michelangelo to Rembrandt to Andy Warhol. We'll be studying them all because that is where humanity really shows. Now, a lot of historians will say, oh, man's greatest achievement is in this modern world is the wars we've waged. World War II, World War I, Vietnam War. I don't think that's a great achievement. I think it's just part of humanity, who we are. We like to go to war. But I think our culture, the culture is our humanities is the best of who we are. And it comes out through our culture. And the culture is the arts. And the arts cover everything, like I told you, from architecture, the buildings we live in, to the books we read, the movies we watch, the music we listen to. That is the best, in my opinion, that we've done as a human endeavor here on the planet. Like I said, it's a work in progress. We don't know what our next step's going to be, but we know what we're going to do for the next 6 weeks. We're going to be bearing down on what makes man man. And it's the worst and the best. And I want you guys to feel free to pipe in as many times as you want in the discussions. Ask me whatever question you want. My address is on the syllabus. You could text me on my phone. Just tell me who you are and what class you're in. I've got a couple of classes, so please identify who you are. Believe it or not, some people text me, and I don't know. They don't give their name or the class they're in. So please, if you're going to text me or email me, tell me your name and tell me what class you're in. And I will get back to you in a timely manner. A little brief rundown on myself. Like I said, I studied film many, many years ago before most of you were born. And it's still my obsession. I still believe in cinema in a very deep way, but I also believe in literature. I'm a playwright and I'm a novelist. I've had some novels done and plays produced. I made some movies, like I said, and I was in a punk rock band called Scary Elvis, and I wrote the songs and sang the songs. So I believe in freedom of expression. and pushing the limits on what makes life worthwhile here on the planet Earth. This is going to be brief. I'm going to start the real lectures on the books and whatnot. On the book, I'll probably start that on Tuesday or so. And I just wanted to introduce myself tonight. Make sure you guys see this video, and please, I'm going to make this on the announcements. Pipe in that you've seen the video. That will let me know that you have seen the video, and that's part of your attendance also. And if you want to say anything about yourself, we're going to start a discussion group this week, introducing yourself, who you are, what's your desires. Do you have family? Are you, tell me whatever you want to tell me about yourself. We're not going to be in the classroom. I will never probably get to know who you are in person, but we're going to do the best we can this way. This is the new world order. But that doesn't mean it's going to be, we're going to be slacking off and you're not going to have projects to do and readings to read. I don't believe the syllabus mentions that what the grades are based on. I'll go over the syllabus probably Tuesday in more detail when you guys get to take a look at it. Hopefully you know what Canvas is. This is what we're doing. You've got to learn Canvas because all the assignments are going to go through Canvas, and you're going to, everything we do is going to be through Canvas. And so please, class starts officially tomorrow. Take a look at the syllabus. Have questions ready for me. And then look at Canvas. Make sure you know your way around. You make sure you know how to get to the announcements. Make sure all you do is click on the announcements and you'll see my announcement. If you have a question, give me a question. You'll see discussions. We don't have a discussion yet, but we're going to have one. Click on that. Just start clicking away. Learn your way around Canvas if you haven't used it yet. If you have, then it's no biggie. Because we're going to be using that exclusively. When you write your papers, and yes, you'll be writing essays, you'll be uploading them to Canvas. I'll talk more about that later, how you do that. But remember, there's a Canvas tutorial. Take it. You sign in at the Shasta College site. You'll see how to sign into the virtual Canvas with your ID and a code number, and you should have no problem doing that. What else? Let me see here. What else? I hope you like some of this stuff. Hope you don't dread it, because I try to make it interesting and lively and fun if we can. But I'm only as good as I get back from my students. And so if you want to not participate and not put your energy into it, it's like I'm by myself. And I am by myself right now in my house. Yes, those are my paintings on the walls back there. That's the self-portrait, by the way. Anyway, I gave myself a lot more hair. That's what you do in self-portraits. Anyway, so don't fear the virtual class. Embrace it. This is what we're doing. And I know a lot of you, normally I teach this class on what they call ITV in the classroom here at Shasta College in Reading. And then it goes out to Weaverville, Red Bluff, and Bernie. And so I assume you guys might be coming from those areas too. But guess what? We don't have to drive anywhere. We don't have to commute. All you have to do is got to turn the computer on, or however you do things and watch things. Hopefully you have a computer. You're going to need it. Shasta College now has a lending. If you need a laptop, I think they're lending them out. You have to call them and ask them about that. But we did get a nice grant where we bought a lot of new laptops. I think they're Chrome laptops and or what they call notebooks, and that's what you'll need. Hopefully you have that already, and hopefully you have high-speed internet. If not, you're going to have to find a spot that does. Starbucks has it. You're going to have to find a hotspot because that's the world we live in right now. I hope you guys are ready for the summer. I'm not. I don't like the heat. I'm enjoying today. It's very lovely out. And so it was a beautiful spring day. I was out on my bike. Is anybody out there bike? Okay. That's all I'm going to talk about tonight. I'll post this tonight. Watch it in the next 48 hours. I'll put the announcement on announcements. All you go to YouTube. You all know where that is, and type my name in, Rex Thompson, and this should pop up. Humanities 2, Shasta College. It'll say day 1. Anyway, come on a journey. Let's take a journey through the best of what makes us human. And you're all invited. And I'll see you later. Thanks.